If you've seen a few of my videos, you may have caught a glimpse of this guy, the Divoom Pixu 64, a hybrid between a digital clock, a pixel canvas, and a digital frame. Well, sort of. It does a lot more. Today's video is not about it though, it is about this guy, the Times Gate, also from Divoom, and a fine product of this brand to get introduced to or to add to one you may already have. Hi, I'm Clef and you're watching Game Tech Talk. Quick disclaimer, this product was sent free of charge in exchange of a fair review. As customary on this channel, all opinions are entirely my own, no script nor revision were agreed upon, and they get to see the video at the same time as everybody else. Let's speed over the unboxing experience. It comes wrapped in a branded gift bag, and in this is this plastic futuristic looking chest. Very aesthetically pleasing packaging. Inside is the thing, a manual USB-C to USB-A cable, no small bricks supplied, but quite frankly, any USB from a PC can power this thing. Let's go over some of the features. First off, the real strength of Divoom products lies in the community of hobbyists and artists it hosts. You can find limitless cool little pixel-based drawings, some animated, some still. They also do a great job creating incentives for artists to submit their art with chances to win a variety of prizes over the years. So if, like me, you're not much of a pixel artist, fear not, there are more than enough options to choose from. Still, if you'd like, you can also make a copy of a published drawing. You can edit to your liking. You can also draw your own, animate your art. You can use your camera to easily transform a photo into pixel art, like I did with my logo. You can also post to the community and share your art to other device owners. Back to hardware. It certainly doesn't shy away from its very bold aesthetic, and the name feels quite fitting, Times Gate, as it looks like a 90s sci-fi movie teleportation device. At the back is a single USB-C to keep this thing powered, which is necessary as there are no batteries in this device. Every button that exists on this clock is up top, 5 to be exact, light to cycle control the RGBs. I originally forgot to mention you have 12 different RGB modes that you can customize using the app, both front and the back will cast to your surface. Mode which will cycle between different profile, the 2 arrows will control brightness, and the power button will on-off, but also control ambient lighting when being held. You can cycle through a few things as you first power it up, but the true fun begins only after having paired it with the app, both available for iOS and Android. Time for maximum chilling, as I will ask that you consider pairing with me, where you'll find more reviews about gaming tech, sometimes a few journalism take, but more importantly, you can find a friend in me. I'm always happy to engage with you, so hit that subscribe and bell notification to not miss a future video. And to let me know you like these reviews, make sure to like and comment on the video, plus it helps YouTube understand that more people should see it. Once you have created your account or access your pre-existing one, you can go ahead and click the top left button to add a new device. Follow the instructions on screen and you'll be set in no time. By the way, it initially only lets you pick Wi-Fi as it features online interconnectivity, but once it is set up, you can also operate it using Bluetooth. There were a few updates, 3 if I recall, and after the last, my unit was frozen for about 30 seconds, but before I even had time to do a power cycle, it just came back to its senses. The app is very intrinsic to the device, so while you can use it once, set it and forget it, you'll effectively be losing part of the fun, which let's address a little something both for previous owners and potential new ones. The largest Divoom device happens to be the one I bought over a year ago, the Pixu 64, and that one is, well, a 64 by 64 pixel frame. While the Times Gate is considerably smaller, it is equipped with 5 little screens of 1.44 inch per screen and of a 128 by 128 pixel array, meaning that one of those little screens is 4 times the pixel density as the big one. Why am I telling you this? To let you know that this is enough to effectively be a 5 small pictures frame, something that other Divoom cannot do as effectively as it will pixelate more intricate details. Bruh. Of course, you can have a multitude of other integrations, such as displaying your social followings for a variety of platforms, have time-based clocks such as how much time before Christmas, Halloween, etc. You can track stock ticker symbols, follow a certain city time, or unique to the Times Gate. Because you have 5 screens, there are also templates that are designed to have an aesthetic flair, with custom animations using the entire array, such as custom clocks, or even a decibel noise meter using the internal microphone.
What the heck did Dr. Disrespect do? Oh my god!
You have alarm clocks, a scoreboard, stopwatch, countdowns, a bunch of different tools at your disposal. The crazy part, each and every single thing I showed thus far offers some level of customization. That is why I can't stress this enough. It really shines if you make it your own, and that is basically why I'm doing my first ever tech review that isn't immediately designed for gaming. Because by making it my own, I can make cool stuff like this custom clock featuring YouTube legends. I could also make a custom layout that showcases some of the things I talk about on this channel, and even cooler, I can make each of these layouts cycle on a custom set timer. If it is not obvious enough, I can make this cool gadget something that is specifically tied to my passion, which is gaming, all while having features I also find useful, like keeping track of my YouTube metrics, even specific videos I'd like to track. Not all is perfect. For starters, I find the body aesthetic, while something I personally like, to potentially be too stylistically charged. That could dissuade people from getting this cool device based on the fact that it doesn't match their aesthetic. To that effect, I wish Divoom had a system where faceplates could be sold separately and potentially be changed by the user whenever they feel like updating it. I also think such a feature would further match the philosophy of Divoom products being so customizable. I also wish the device had a 1/4 thread, as it could further expand places where to install it. In terms of features, it's super rich, but the screens being small, it needs to be installed at a close distance to really appreciate its features, whereas the Pixel 64, for example, is something that captures the attention from across the room. But all of those are arguably more wish lists than they are actual cons. The one only con I have with this device is the one feature that it has over other Divoom products, which is those 5 custom 5-screen templates. What's the issue, you ask? Here's the thing, those 5-screen templates are really cool, but many of them, not all thankfully, kind of go against that customization spirit that you find anywhere else on this app. Take for example the YouTube channel API. It's a much cleaner look, and whereas the Pixel 64 is big and can effectively make use of that big screen, the timesgates panel are smaller, so you're much better off keeping one for view count, one for subscribers. All that is super neat, but unfortunately it's locked to that template. It would be so cool if you could just take for example the view count and pair with something from a different template or to whatever else you wish to put next to it, but you can't. The only way you can bring a 5-row templates into the customization aspect is by making whole clocks cycle through what they call plans. It's better than nothing, and arguably better than the screen by screen customization that can sometimes feel disjointed. I do wish it was a little more granular than that for the users that want to go that route. In conclusion, let me show you what it looks like once you set it up to something you like. First, it shows my YouTube channel metrics. Then it jumps to the exchange rate, which, as a non-US resident, is very important info to keep track of. Then I have made this cool, almost ad-like segment of a game I'm really excited to play on release. Such a nice way to keep me hyped up for its launch. Before last, a screen that I let linger longer as it pushes an RSS feed I follow, and to top it all off, my custom YouTube Legends clock, for which I'll have a link down below in case you want to pick up the digits and make one for yourself. All in all, sometimes it's about making your space reflect the things you aspire to be or to have, and just to have a touch of the things we appreciate in our lives, and Divoom has been providing amazing canvases to do exactly that. That is why I would greatly recommend the Timesgate to anyone looking to do anything that I have mentioned through this review. You can pick up their products on their own website, which I'll leave down below, but they can also be picked up on Amazon, even Best Buy if I recall. If you want to look them up, please consider using the Amazon link, as you buying a unit will generate a small kickback to me at no extra cost to you, which helps the channel beyond belief to keep making these videos. Last but not least, if you have questions, you know where to drop them, and rest assured that I'll be more than happy to oblige. Clef out. Peace!